Anniversary coverage, 80th anniversary of the D-Day landing. Soldiers who were on the beaches that day in Normandy, some of the world's last remaining World War II veterans, and they joined President Biden and other world leaders today for the ceremony. Joining us now is Rob Citino. Rob's a distinguished fellow at the Jenny Craig Institute for the Study of War and Democracy, also senior historian at the National World War II Museum, which is in New Orleans. Thank you, sir, for coming on. I want to go right to an article you were quoted on. I believe this is Seattle Times about time being short for all of us, and possibly, as it says here, having the chance to seize this chance to keep D-Day memories alive for others. Is that why today, round number, 80th anniversary, is so important?
You know, we take the round numbers as our celebratory memorial anniversaries, but yeah, you really nailed it, Connell. There's so few veterans left. About 1% of the American veterans who donned a uniform in World War II are still with us today. Very small number of D-Day veterans. You know, the next round number that pops up, or the next, 85, 90, whatever it might be, that cohort's going to be gone. And this living history will have passed into memory. And that's a very different thing than it is now. Right now, we can still have these people present, these heroes, these veterans, talk to them about their experiences.
That chart shows that by the year 2035, it'll be under 1,000. Obviously, just do the math the way things go. I mean, I've mentioned this on the air before, but one of the most remarkable things I ever had the chance to do was cover the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor and go there in person to Hawaii and talk to these people. And I think that's what you lose when they die, is that you don't have the personal stories and the personal recollections. I was blown away. It was like it was yesterday to these people, the way they tell the stories and they recount. And it's the same, I'm sure, for people involved in the D-Day landings, where you can live in a museum. You guys do great work, but meeting and hearing from them in person, it can't be replaced, really.
I have a house full of books, and having a house full of books is great. And I live in those books, and I love to read the histories of World War II, but spending 5 minutes with a World War II veteran is a very, very different and more immediate experience. As you say, the details. Here's where I landed on the beach, and then this happened to me. And here's a farmhouse where someone gave me a cup of tea, or whatever it might be. Sometimes very minute details of their experience. It's not always the fire and brimstone. It's not always the horrible side of combat. Sometimes it's just a little memory of grace that happened somewhere. And talking to a veteran, I urge you, if you know a veteran, have one in your family, sit them down and have a little conversation with them. See what they have to say. You're going to be entranced every time.
No, you're right about that. What about in doing your work? I'm sure you have been many times. I don't know if you want to share any anecdotes in particular about World War II veterans or people who landed at Normandy on D-Day, but what stands out to you personally after all the work you've done in this regard?
Well, here at the museum, we've been surrounded by veterans. It was founded for veterans. It's a Veterans Tribute Museum as well as a history museum. So we had a guy named Hal Baumgarten who landed at Omaha Beach, and he was wounded 5 times by German gunfire in the first 24 hours that he had come ashore. It's amazing that he lived to tell the tale, but he could still tell it with great exactitude and alacrity even many, many years later. Another veteran I talked to, he said, well, I had a little different experience. I got off the Higgins boat and was still in pretty deep water and took my pants off. So I landed on Omaha Beach. I was miraculously spared from enemy fire, but it was a little more embarrassing entry for the liberation of Europe, as he put it. And we have everything in between those two stories. The complete gamut of human experience, I would say, was experienced by our men in the Normandy landing on D-Day.
Absolutely. It's so important to remember today. That's why we wanted to spend so much time on it. We thank you for participating. Thank you, Rob. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.